This woman called Faith tried to end the life of her husband named John. The two were actually married for 16 years, and in these 16 years, Faith tried to end the life of her husband 3 times. The first 2 attempts that Faith actually tried to end the life of the husband actually failed because the criminal she hired were actually conmen. They persuaded Faith to give them a huge amount of deposits so that they can go and hire a gun and buy some bullets. They also requested Faith to give a huge amount of deposit because they also needed to hire a getaway car. And this actually made sense to Faith, and Faith gave them the money. But immediately they were given the money, they escaped with the money and blocked Faith, and Faith could not reach them. However, even after being conned twice in the past, Faith still had some faith that her husband was going to be unalived. So Faith went ahead and hired 3 gunmen. These gunmen wanted a deposit of 40,000 Kenyan shillings or $400 so that they can use the money to prepare to buy bullets and also hire a getaway car. Faith handed them the 40,000 Kenyan shillings and the photo of the husband. Then the gunmen and Faith drew a plan how they were going to capture the husband, John. Faith then told the criminals that she was going to arrange a date with her husband. Then, while on the date, Faith was going to excuse herself and go to the washroom. And immediately Faith leaves to the washroom. The criminals who will be seated nearby should immediately pounce on the husband and kidnap the husband, then leave with the husband and unalive him. And after kidnapping the husband, Faith was going to give the criminals more instructions. Then Faith called the husband and they went on a date. And as they agreed, Faith excused herself to the washroom, and immediately the criminals who were seated in nearby tables pounced on the husband and kidnapped him. After traveling with the husband for several kilometers, the criminals then called Faith, and Faith gave them further instructions. The criminals then put the phone on loudspeaker, and Faith told them that before they end the life of her husband, they should first get the property documents and the husband's bank PIN number. The phone was on loudspeaker and the husband heard everything. The husband gave the PIN number and told the criminals where they can find the property documents. After this, Faith told the criminal to end the life of the husband by shooting him on the head 3 times and then throw the body of her husband in the ditch where it cannot be found. However, after a few hours of giving the final instruction, Faith was arrested and taken to court the following day. The person who took Faith to court was actually her husband. It will turn out in court that the 3 men that Faith actually hired were police officers who were gathering evidence all this time as they were planning together with Faith so that the evidence can be presented in court. For this crime that Faith was attempting to end the life of a husband was actually sentenced by death or life imprisonment in Kenyan law. In court, Faith was asked, "Why did you want to end the life of your husband 3 times?" And Faith told the court that the husband John was actually cheating on her, and John was also a violent man who occasionally beat her up. The court told Faith that this was not a sufficient reason to end the life of another human being. And when she was about to be sentenced to life imprisonment, the husband came and withdrew the case. He told the court that he had actually forgiven his wife. And the reason for forgiving the wife was actually because of the children and nothing else. The court had no option and it withdrew the case. Faith was a free lady. On that day, the two of them, Faith and John, took the same car and they went home. Few months later, the two did a wedding to renew their love and their vows. As we speak in 2025, the two are happily married. Indeed, the two people God has brought together, no man can separate them. If you are John, the husband, what would you have done? Tell me in the comment sections below, and subscribe to my channel, like and share this video. Until next time.